On this episode of the Sometimes Daily Show, the news we're going to be talking about isn't exactly hot off the presses, but it is something very near and dear to our hearts. I'm Michael Palmer.
And I'm Philip Edwards. Today is pretty much just going to be a love letter to, in my opinion, one of the greatest video games ever made, Monster Hunter World.
Before I let him rant on about how great the game is, let's get the news portion out of the way. Capcom just announced the final update for Iceborne, and from the way they are talking about it, the final update full stop. They are bringing back one of the most requested monsters, Fatalis. Now, as I'm sure most of you have absolutely no idea who that is, I'm going to have to pass it over to our resident Monster Hunter nerd. Go ahead, Philip.
Where to begin? There's so much lore surrounding the Monster Hunter franchise. Maybe we should make some kind of lore show just covering all the lore and games we love. Anyway, on to Fatalis. It might take a little bit to get there, but we kind of have to run through a lot so you can get a sense for the gravity of the situation that is Fatalis. In the Monster Hunter universe, monsters are divided into categories based on physical traits, fanged wyverns, flying wyverns, etc. But there's a class above that for monsters whose impact on the environment and ecosystem they inhabit is so integral that they were given a new class, the Elder Dragons. These are the apex of apex predators. The most apt analogy is Elder Dragons are equivalent to a natural disaster. A living, breathing, walking tornado is the perfect description for Kushala Daora, the Wind Elder Dragon. However, there is a class above Elder Dragons, a class reserved for creatures straight out of legend. These are known as dangerous first-class monsters, or more commonly, the Black Dragons. Not including variants, there are only three Black Dragons. Diamoralis, the smelting Black Dragon, who resides in the Tainted Sea, which is called that because when Diamoralis moved in, it killed all other life in the ocean, staining it a permanent red. Alatrian, the blazing Black Dragon, an elementally unstable dragon who wields all of the elements, the only monster who can do so. And Fatalis, the Black Dragon, a creature so powerful it's believed to be the god of all monsters. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the old world, but the Kingdom of Shade was a massive kingdom, unrivaled. They hunted monsters with reckless abandon until in one day they were completely destroyed by a single mysterious dragon. That was the first sighting of Fatalis. Now, anyone who ventures too close to Strayed will hear a roar that invokes terror in even the bravest hunters, and will see an ever familiar silhouette on the horizon. In lore, that's the best description given because any who continue never return. The last thing I'm going to add about Fatalis is the legend of the Black Dragon, an article posted in the in-game newspaper Hunter's Life. Hasn't there been a song stuck in your head? A song sung by children all across the land. A song with soul, sung diligently in the streets and alleys. What is that song? The legend of death. Death by a giant wyvern has been revived. It is the legend of the Black Dragon. Everyone should know it, as it's based on a famous fairy tale. However, I think the fact that everyone is singing this song is actually a sign. They say children are always the first to foretell the changing of the world. They are said to have a special sense for these kind of things. I've gathered as much information as I could from the corners of this world, and I have told those who should be told. However, no one believes me. That is why I have begged for a few pages in Hunting Life to explain the legend to all who care to learn. The legend of the Black Dragon is said to exist everywhere, and while there are changes in the lyrics depending on the location, the content of the song is the same. So please understand that the lyrics printed below are representative of the song as I know it. The lyrics may be different where you are located. The legend of the Black Dragon. When the world is full of wyverns, the legend is revived. Meat is eaten, bone is crunched, and blood is sucked up dry. He burns the earth and melts through iron. He boils the rivers and mows down trees. He awakens the winds and lights an inferno. He is called Fatalis, the wyvern of destiny. He is called Fatalis, the wyvern of destruction. Call for help, run for your lives, and don't forget to pray to the skies. He is called Fatalis, the Wyvern of Destiny. He is called Fatalis, the Wyvern of Destruction. Fatalis, Fatalis, heaven and earth are yours. Fatalis, Fatalis, heaven and earth are yours.
By Cthulhu, you are a giant nerd. But, yeah, I'm fucking hyped to get my ass handed to me by the god of all monsters.
And I'll be there right alongside you. I also wanted to take a quick look back at Monster Hunter World and in the age of loot boxes, just how much content they gave us for free.
Well, yeah, we started off with one of the most complete and content-filled games ever made, promptly followed by adding for free Devil Show, a Mega Man collaboration, Culver Taroth, a Devil May Cry collaboration, Lunastra, a Final Fantasy XIV collaboration and the Behemoth, a Witcher collaboration that allowed you to play as Geralt and the Leshen, and an Assassin's Creed collaboration, all the while providing seasonal events.
Then came Iceborne, a paid expansion that was effectively an entire new Monster Hunter game for half the price. They then added to the expansion for free Rajang, a Resident Evil collaboration and a brand new variant of Valhazak, Stygian Zenoga, Safi Jiva, Raging Brachiodeus, Furious Rajang, Frostfang Barrioth, Alatrion, the Blazing Black Dragon, and of course Fatalis, whilst also hosting unique seasonal events specific to Iceborne. Yes, that's right, they effectively supported twice the amount of seasonal events because they didn't want to punish people who didn't buy Iceborne.
Monster Hunter World should stand as a shining beacon in gaming, a benchmark for all games to be measured. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed the show and Philip getting his nerd on. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.